On piano, Alexander Hawkins. On bass, Neil Charles. It's a trio, it's called Room to Dream. And it's mainly music that I've written. However, they're just little fragments of ideas that these two great improvisers take and run with. So I do always feel a bit weird about calling them my tunes because the input comes from the other musicians. But that's always the way I've written music. And we've been playing together for a while. We were very lucky recently to play with Anthony Braxton. We've just come off a tour recently with Anthony Braxton. So we've had the great pleasure of working with one of the great saxophonists, composers. And we just wanted to present some of our music as a trio. I've written a lot of this music and we're just improvising with it and having fun, so hope you enjoy it. I live in Ireland, but these guys both live in the London area. So we don't work together every week, but we do projects in Europe and UK and elsewhere.
You know, touring it's who you're with, not where you are. And then when those two things come together, then it can be great. So we just kind of had a perfect tour just now, including two of my favourite venues to play kind of anywhere in the world. Cafe Otto in London and an amazing space called Pardon Totu in Warsaw. I love both those spaces. You know, spaces are very different. You know, SARC is a very special room.
It's the first time I've played on this stage, so it's a bit weird because it used to be more the audience were with us. It feels a bit hierarchical and strange.
Part of the game of being a professional musician now is to balance yourself so that you stay sane. You know, you can travel and play every night, but go nuts. You know, certainly the two of us both teach, and that's really important to me. There's, you know, I think for me, I find it's important to have a home space and just to kind of be a kind of a homeboy when I'm not on the road. And so the challenge is not the playing so much as just the balance. I think that's the challenge for me.
Yeah.
Touring is problematic. You know, as musicians, we tend to cluster around certain kind of political beliefs, but unfortunately, we're not green in what we do. We have to fly everywhere. You know, the economics of music mean that you can't really spare a day to travel, so you have to travel on the day. So it means we fly a lot. So it's really strange because, you know, we're at a crisis point. Environmentally and so forth, and so part of the challenge of touring is to try and reconcile these things. I mean, for sure it's easier for us to go to the audience than for them to come to us, but you know, there are these challenges too of all the flying in particular. You know, it's problematic, you know, self-employed professions like this are strange. You know, when people ask you what do you want to do, you want to do the same and better. And also when you're doing something creative, part of being creative is you don't know what the next thing is, so you kind of keep going looking for ideas. You don't know how to find them, and hopefully they find you as well. So it's funny, you know, you say this to people with a job. I say this to my teaching colleagues. You know, it's clear there are certain clear progressions for them. For us, it's just do the same except better, really, in a way.